is on a Kylo spree.
Take down that tiny Jedi.
The rebels went that way.
We're coming for you.
Hey, what's up, Blue? Yeah, I'm doing alright today. How about you? What's up, Isaac? How are you?
Your domination is not as complete as you think. Still halfway to go.
We've got a young Jedi incoming.
You already down to play? Cool. Yeah, I'll send you an invite.
I sense your terror.
No sense in fighting us.
Body Count Dooku is on a royal rampage.
You know better than lowly bounty hunters.
Been a day of nothing. Graphics design. Almost done, Isaac.
Can't let you.
here carves a path to victory.
There. I'll back
Maul
out
performs
to
the
menu.
final kill of the match. Anger and
Oh, we gotta. Yeah, I started streaming a little late tonight, but I'll make up for it a little bit. At least, well, yeah, tonight's Sabers. I was playing Iden earlier, but then I realized, oh, I should be Sabers. What is this? I don't know. 17 and 19 is kind of crazy.
I got this one.
your domination is not as complete as you think. Still halfway to go.
Perhaps you'll kill me. Without anger. Your assistance, I sense your terror. Come to you, the Jedi. You can resist.
No! There goes two of us.
No pleasure do I take. The army you have brought. Insist on fighting?
Boba Fett ends the round and prepares to build for services rendered.
How we come bringing it back? Yeah, GG's Isaac. We were doing alright. We were doing alright. It was alright. Long day, but got it done. Can't complain. Yeah, she's feeling good. I'm trying to get her off hospice, but that is a process. I don't think she was supposed to be on it in the first place. I think they prematured about that. But she is doing pretty well. I need her to see her gastrologist. But with hospice, the rules are you can't see your doctors. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? Because it would be called progressive treatment. So, gotta get her off of hospice so she can see her doctors and continue her recovery. I mean, bottom line, I'm doing most of the care anyway. I'm the one doing all the work. But she's doing good. Wow. Yeah, I'll let her know. She would appreciate it, knowing people are thinking about her. Han is just standing there.
Jedi are so predictable.
I sound down today? I think I sound pretty normal. I always sound like this at the beginning of the stream though. I'm just getting started. Once I get warmed up, it takes me a few matches.
He's a master of the dark side.
But no, I'm not down.
How many arms does Grievous need?
You want me to be more uppity? Let me know. Keep hitting it, Anakin. You'll learn one of these days. Stick with the game now. Don't leave. Oh! Here they come. No, I didn't have a bad day. Normal day. Ups and downs, you know, stress, work. But nothing bad. Not like I had like bad news or anything. Just a typical day. It is Friday though, so I should be more excited. So you're right, Isaac. I do apologize. It's Friday. It's the weekend. I don't have to go to work tomorrow. I can stay up late. I thought it would be necessarily good for me because, you know, it messes up my sleep, but it's still Friday. That means we still got Saturday, and then I get to even have Sunday. Now, Sunday is kind of a sad day because, you know, Sunday is the end of the weekend, and, you know, Monday comes back around, you got to go back to work. For me, I go back to work. I don't know. Other people, I don't know if you go to school, but summertime now. So maybe not for everybody. It just depends. That Luke tried to teabag me? That was hilarious. They're not a happy camper. No, you should ask who's down. Is that Luke? That Luke's probably having a bad day. sir. Yeah. Yeah, who's having a bad day now, Luke, huh? I mean, I didn't have a bad day. Don't make me be toxic. That's not me. Oh my gosh. You don't got no job, got nothing to do? Isn't that a line from a movie? Isn't that the movie Friday? Have you seen that movie? Because that's a line from the movie. It's an old movie. It's a fun movie. I haven't seen it for in years. Yes, sir. Yeah, I knew it was.
Epic string of takedowns Yoda has.
See, I can't do my bunny hops. You see that? I do like 2 of them, and then I like lose control of my bunny hops.
Down and dirty tactics pay off for the dark side.
I'm sure if Blue was here, that Luke would be messaging him right now. That Luke would be like, I can't message your friend, but I'll message you. You suck! Luke gets all my hate now. Look at him go! Why are you running? Oh...
How many arms does Grievous need?
He has 4. He has 4 arms. Thanks to his biomechanical doctor that gave him them.
I face a lot worse than you.
Or does... Okay. What species is Grievous before he became a... cyborg? What... Did they naturally have 4 arms, or was that something that was given to them? Oh my god! Watch, here he goes. Oh. No, he didn't. I think he got over it, that Luke. See? Once you don't teabag back, they kind of just move on. Yeah, I bet it's because they can't message me. Sometimes, not all the time. Because I don't really play Toxic, I just, you know, I mean, I don't start it. I would guarantee though I would get a lot of messages though if I had my messages on.
Follow my lead.
No, not that I'm all that, but... Oh my gosh. Kalish, yes. Don't have 4. Okay. Yeah, there was the man. Yeah, so the doctor did give him the 4 arms. The doctor. Whoever fixed him up. Because he almost died or something. And they made him a cyborg. He was like a warrior or something, wasn't he?
Makes today's hero suffer as he delivers a crushing final blow.
GG's, Isaac. Very good. Very good. No, about earlier. If I sound down, it's not because I'm down. It's because I'm kind of like, when I first get on stream, I'm not very, like, I don't know. I don't have like a mode. I have to like warm up to start talking. Kind of like when you like say hi to somebody and they're like, yeah, how you doing? I'm doing good. All right. And it's kind of like, does he not want to talk? No, it's just, I haven't really had a thought in my head. So, but once you get me going and you start asking me questions or, you know, you start talking about stuff, I'll be like, oh, I got an opinion about that. Then I start talking, you know. I'm kind of reserved in real life. Like, in real life, I don't talk a lot unless I'm being spoken to and somebody brings up a subject. I kind of do sound like I'm just down and out. A lot of people say that, are you upset? I'm like, no, why do you ask? So it's crazy how it comes through chat too. How you guys can kind of like, or at least Isaac was saying that. But no, like no, I'm doing good. But yeah, my sister. So I don't know if you. I know Blue was asking, but she back in December, of course, she was losing a lot of weight this last year, and we couldn't really figure out why. And they finally sent her to the doctor, or they sent her to the hospital. They admitted her. They could not figure out what was wrong with her. They did all these tests, and her blood sugar was going crazy. It was going down, and it was, it was going up, and then her potassium levels were really low, and like so she had a lot of deficiencies because she was malnutritioned. She was really underweight, like anorexic. And they're like, well, why can't she eat? Well, it turned out they finally found a blockage in her gut, and so they removed the blockage. But she was still, her vitals were still kind of haywire. Her potassium was really low. She wasn't getting the nutrition. It wasn't like absorbing when she would eat. So they put her on a feeding tube. So they inserted this feeding tube into her stomach, and then the feeding tube wouldn't it wouldn't close up on her abdomen. So she had to, it was just a whole process, and it was really discouraging a little bit. She finally was discharged from the hospital, but because I couldn't get her vitals to steady and everything, for some weird reason, this is what I wasn't around for all this, but it's, well, she may not have long to live, if we can't get it under control, so they're going to put her in hospice. And then to me, I was just like, why does she get on hospice? Like, she's not dying, is she? But after that point, I made it a point, you know what, I'm going to do everything I can for my sister. So I need to take care of her. If I need to do some stuff, I will. And I meant that. And so I started taking care of her ostomy bag. She had an ostomy bag with her feeding tube that was kind of tricky to change because it wasn't just an ostomy bag. It had to go through the feeding tube. The feeding tube had to go through the ostomy bag. So there was this whole thing that these nurses had to show me how to do. Got it down to an art where I can change it out in like 40 minutes and it doesn't leak, and she's good for like a few days. Well, the thing is, hospice is supposed to be doing that. They're supposed to be changing her bag and everything. But every time when they do it, they mess it up and it leaks. And they leave, and then she calls me and she's like, hey, it's leaking, so I got to go over there and fix it. So we're going through all these supplies, and then they're like, okay, hospice is supposed to also give us the supplies. Well, we're like asking them, hey, we're running out of bags and stuff. And then they don't show up. It's like, yo, we're out of supplies. So guess what? I have to order supplies off of Amazon. So I'm like, okay, now not only am I doing the bag, because I'm the only one that can do it correctly, the nurses can't do it. Because they're just hospice nurses. They're not like RNs or stuff. Now I got to order the supplies. So I'm practically doing everything. So I'm like, yo, we just need to get off of hospice. Like, I'm doing all the work. She's getting better. Her vitals have stabilized. Her potassium levels are okay. Her blood sugar levels have stabilized. Like, now she's eating now. Like, she's gaining weight. She's getting better. Like, and I can tell because I see her like every other day. And guess what? They're like, no, we should keep you on hospice still. I'm like, why? She's doing great. Well, now I've been doing some research. Some of the hospice companies are for profit. And you know what that means? If they're for profit, they have incentive to keep you on hospice because they're getting money from Medicare. They're getting like $7,000 a month to take care of my sister, and they ain't even doing crap. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're making things worse, and they're just doping her up, getting her addicted to like all these like addictive like stuff. And I'm like, yo, I want her to get better. Why are you trying to kill my sister? Like, I didn't say that to them, but like, then I realized that tonight. So if anything's bothering me, it's that. I'm like, you know what? We got to get her off of it. And I know hospice is good for like certain patients, end of life care, because that's what it's for. But my sister is not end of life. She's actually recovering. The biggest thing though is they deny her to go see her regular doctors, like her gastrologist, what she needs to see in order to get the bag out, the feeding tube out, because she's ready to have it pulled out. But they won't let it because they consider that aggressive treatment. Like, no, it's just a checkup. Like, it's just, normal. So that's the other reason why I want to get her off of it, so that she can actually see her regular doctors and continue her recovery process. But yeah, if anything, that is this week's stressor is that. Actually, the last few weeks. But no, she's in good spirits though, and I got her back. Like, I'm encouraging her. She's doing great. She's moving around. She's eating all kinds of food. One of the other things that really pissed me off though was last week. So this is kind of crazy. So she had a feeding tube put in, right? The first one. I think it was Friday night. It fell out, like it deflated and it came out. And so she was concerned, like, what is that supposed to do? Like, so she calls hospice, and hospice says, well, we can't do anything till Monday. Well, she's like, well, you can't wait till Monday because then the hole that's in my abdomen will start to close up. And the gastrologist said that, they need the feeding tube. It's up to him to pull it out. So she decides to go to the ER against hospice. Hospice says you can't go to the ER unless we make that decision. The ER gives her a new feeding tube. They put one in the ER. All right, so it seems like everything's good. She gets in trouble a little bit because, like, oh, you weren't supposed to go to the ER. Like, yo, okay. Now, 2 days later, I go to change her bag, and I notice it doesn't look right. Like, there's a little green, and there's like she has this really sore, and I'm like, we're gonna have to take you to the ER. I said, I need to take you to the ER. You might have an infection. So I called 911 to get the EMS to come pick her up, take her over there. Lo and behold, hospice is pissed now. They're like, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to call us. I'm like, hey, she's got an infection. I'm going to take her to the ER. Well, you can get kicked out of hospice. And I'm like, you know what? That might not be the worst idea because she needs to go see her regular doctors. And by the way, I don't want her to die of an infection. So so they bring in one of their hospice nurses with all the paperwork. Like, we're ready to let you get off hospice, but keep in mind, once she's off, she has no care and she won't get any of her medication, which is like super narcotic addictive medication they put her on. So she's going to have withdrawals. So it's better for her to stay on it because without that, she's going to be in a lot more pain. I'm like, great, now we're stuck with you guys because y'all doped her up so much that if she just stops her medication, she's going to have these serious withdrawals. And so we had to stick with them. Now, I'm on this thing, okay, well, we can get her off of that medication, but we got to get her a regular clinic that knows how to do that properly. But they won't let us do that because that's considered aggressive treatment. And I'm like, you guys are just really a sore, you're really a thorn on my side. And it's funny. Now they now have a reputation with them. I went one day because she needed to change her bag. And I said, I can be there after work. She said, okay, that's fine. Her nurses, their hospice nurses were there when I showed up. I said, oh yeah, the nurses are here. They're changing my bag anyway. And when I showed up, this was after all this had happened at the ER and stuff. And I told them, like, you guys are really not helping. GG's, Isaac. One of the nurses said, oh, you're the honorary brother. Like, oh, it's like that now. Like, I'm just here to look out for my sister. You guys don't even show up half the time. You guys are distracted on your cell phones like you work at McDonald's, Like, what kind of nurse does that? Like, they're so distracted, they won't even show up half the time. They got other things they got to do, Half the turnover rate of the nurses are insane. Like, this is like the 5th nurse I've seen because half of them quit. And then none of them know how to do what they need to do. They don't know how to change the bag. They won't learn how to do it right. They're too rough with my sister. And when they do change the bag, it ends up leaking like 2 hours later, and I have to go change it anyway. So it's just like... Anyway, sorry, that's a little tangent. If you want to know a little bit more of what I'm going through, that's what I'm going through. Well, not what I'm going through, but what my sister's going through. But I'm going through it with her. I remember... Dude... Oh, sorry. I'm over here not even paying attention. I think I was playing... Who was I playing? Leia? I'm going to go Anakin. I remember when my family lost a lot of weight, knew something was off, thought they had recovered. Turns out it was cancer. It's just that day. You never know until it's too late. Yeah. I'm sorry about that, Blue. Yeah, no. My sister, she's recovering. Her vitals are better. She's gaining weight. The other reason why they don't want to let her off it because her BMI is still a little too low, according to the gastrologist's notes. But she's getting there. But that's my goal. Getting her off of hospice so we can get her full recovery in progress. Because she's there. But if it... Word to the wise. Not all hospice is bad. Hospice is great for people with end-of-life that need end-of-life care. And they do good. But for some reason, we got a dud. Because I have a suspicion they're for profit, and they just want to pull that $7 grand a month from Medicare. When they don't even show up half the time. They're not doing $7 grand worth of work.
You're not giving me options.
And the heroes begin the slaughter.
And they're all too willing to let me do all the work anyway. And call me the honorary brother because I'm actually the one that's trying to take care of her.
My powers have doubled since the last time we met, Count.
Get over here, Dooku.
Double the force.
Get him. Just to put it out there, I absolutely hate hospitals. Bad experience with them as well. Yeah, hospitals can be very odd about how they do everything. The other thing was, like, when we took her to the ER, the ER was like, we're gonna look at her and everything. But then they realized she was in hospice. They all, like, stopped what they were doing. Like, well, we don't, you know, I'm like, just, you know what, whatever.
Finally decided to crawl out from whichever bounty hunter you've been hiding behind.
Down and dirty tactics pay off for the dark side.
I do have 2 other siblings other than my older sister. My older sister is the one I'm taking care of. I have a younger brother and a younger sister, and they're doing all right. Sorry if I made you guys uncomfortable talking about my personal life.
Room here.
Just brought it out of me. I'm just joking, y'all. When I said I couldn't complain, I was like, you know what? I can complain. I can complain about a lot right now. But doesn't mean I'm going to give up, though. We're on the right track. Like I said, I'm going to do everything in my power to help. So yeah, if my sister does call in the middle of the night and I'm streaming, I might have to end my stream early, you know? Because if she needs me, I got to be there. No, she's my older sister. She's like 6 years older than me. No! There's some mines there. Dang. Oh, it's just 3 of us? That's why.
Going pretty good.
Watch out, mines!
Wild space won't be safe for you.
He puts the mines right where I'm fighting. That's rude. Don't put the mines down while we're dueling. We hear a lot of nurses, doctors, lazy neglect. Half of them will say they're busy or you have to wait hours for something while they're laughing. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of crazy. I will say there are good nurses and good doctors, but it seems like a rarity these days, you know? It's like they took the cliff notes and like used AI to get their degree. All they want to do is be on their cell phones.
Finally decided to call out whichever bounty hunter you've been hiding behind.
He throws the mines right where I play, right where I do. Ooh, up here.
Master Windu would be as gentle.
Dead. Where you live, Isaac? That's good. I'm glad. Like the nurses at the hospital we were, they're better. It's just I'm talking about the hospice nurses because they're literally like still trying to go through college. They're not really nurses, and you can tell. They're not good under pressure either. They get real frustrated with my sister when they can't figure things out. I'm like, you're a nurse. It's a high stressful job. Hence that's why half of them don't stick. But then again, they don't really supply those nurses with all the things that they need. Or the training they need. They like hire them and then like 2 days later they're on their own. You know? There's a difference between an RN that actually went to school to become a nurse and these 18, 19-year-old, nothing against the young age, but that's what they are, that are just part-time doing this to get through college, so they're always distracted. You know?
Again? I'm warning you. Don't want to make me angry.
Gotta get something. There it is. Oh, he got him. Nice. Oh, there's the Busk.
We all move together.
Ooh. Oh, he's gonna get me. Oh no.
We've got superior forces and a Jedi. What have you got?
Toxic, Vader, and Bosk. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't really care about that. No, the mines! Oh, I only got a little bit.
I'm sorry. Were you trying to concentrate?
That's hilarious. Here's the Vader. Oh, I missed him. He didn't miss me. Ooh. He's dude. That Bosk is tripping. Nice. Huh. I didn't even notice they were toxic. You said something blue, and I was like, "Oh yeah, they are being toxic." Who was the Bosk anyway? I don't know who was playing Bosk. I don't really care. But yeah, I'm not trying to dog the whole healthcare system. I'm sure, and I'm not even trying to dog hospice like overall, because I know there's a lot of people that had benefited from that service, especially end of life care. But for my sister, it was not a fit. It wasn't a fit from the get-go, and I've been trying to like get her off of it, but it's just been like one roadblock after another, and it's starting to become very obvious why these roadblocks are put in place is because they're pulling a lot of money from Medicare to take quote unquote care of my sister when they really don't do squat. But yeah. Yeah, I agree, Blue. There are some that are genuinely there for the right reasons. And I wish those were the ones around my sister, but apparently not. I actually saw a video recently. I don't know if y'all watch John Oliver. I really don't watch John Oliver a lot. But he has an episode on hospice, and he literally talks about the exact same thing that I'm going through with my sister. I'm like, yo, so it is true, you know, like, which is eye-opening. Because before my sister got sick, I had no idea. I just heard about hospice. I heard, oh yeah, it's like end-of-life care, whatever. But apparently, there's a lot of fraud that goes on here in the U.S. Nice. Pre-order Ray. Fortnite.
Here they come, true icons of heroism and villainy, meeting again for one last climactic battle. Before the next last climactic battle.
The whole system is failing.
And the slaughter is underway as evil attacks.
Where are you going? Oh, you lucky. You're lucky.
Becoming a stereotype.
Technically last Jedi Ray, but I call it pre-order Ray. Yeah. Also, just for friends, you want to? Yeah, man. If you want to join up, just let me know when you're up, or if I'll check right now. I don't see ya. Yeah, just let me know when you're on, Blue. You can join up.
The nice guys aren't finishing last this time. Evil slithers past our heroes.
Save you. Let me work.
as killing spree continues.
You insist on fighting.
I'm glad to see you're enjoying yourselves.
I feel the life in you. Valiant effort.
I'm at the menu.
A historic game by the Masters of Cruelty.
Bro. Sorry to hear that, Blue. You're in the menu? There you are.
He is here.
Lead taken by scary-looking enemies. Evil slithers past our heroes.
Oh! Catch them all! I'm dead. That was bad.
Daring madness from the Wookiee.
Is he still playing the toxic one? I don't remember who was the boss last. I don't pay attention.
Your mission will fail.
Oh, I'm getting thrown around here.
Force is strong.
Oh, that Finn had no chance. Now, there's a difference between not letting it bother you and finding any reason. Be careful, because it can get you down. You don't want to pin it up. You got to find a way to, you know. What I do is I do what I call reframing. My reframing is the game, not real life. It's not like they owe you money. And I don't even know who they are really in real life. You can also even reframe it to your advantage. Like, you know what? They might just be desperate. You know, they might not have a lot of people in their lives that love them. Maybe they were abandoned. You know, maybe that's why they're toxic. Now you kind of feel bad for them, you know? I used to have to do that, but I don't even care anymore. Like, I just play, you know? And that's different than suppressing it. Like, oh, I'm not going to be angry at this. When deep down inside it actually kind of like perturbs you. So yeah, I would recommend reframing. And always looking at the bigger picture. Bigger picture meaning that it's, you know, it's just a game. And people are toxic. It's just that's the way it goes. Oh! Got me. I'm both not bothered enemies. Oh, okay. What I would challenge you to do, Blue, is just don't respond to the messages. Just block them every time they message you. Don't even report them. Like, just leave it alone.
My troops could finish you.
Like, unless they do something super, like, bad. bad, I guess, that needs reporting, I won't even bother. Like, I remember before I turned off my messages, the moment I got a message, I would just block. I wouldn't even respond. And then I just said, you know what? How about I just turn them off? And I never looked back. And after that, the teabagging and all that stuff really never really bothered me after that. Because there was nothing to follow up. They couldn't follow you up. Because eventually, there's only so many messages that you can do, or that you see, and still not understand. It's just like, they're all like that, you know?
Masterclass in the Force from the legendary Grandmaster of the Jedi. Ended the battle.
Like, it
Master
won't
Yoda
change.
has.
Like, it doesn't change them. And you trying to understand or change them, it just doesn't work. And it's not worth fighting for. It's just kind of like, it's a waste of... For me, it's a waste of energy to even respond to them. Because that's what they want. They want that dopamine hit. They want you to respond to them to see, oh, let's see what this guy says to me. Don't even give them that, you know? Yeah, I would just block it. If they do that, just block them. But yeah, if they say L or trash or whatever, I still block them. GG's, Isaac. Did you get in, Blue? Yes, you did. And it's funny. It's funny how like short-term memory some of them are. Way back in the day when I would be like, oh yeah, that guy was the one that teabagged me last game. Sometimes they just forget who you are. And it's just like, oh, so they don't teabag you anymore. And then sometimes they'll teabag whoever. It doesn't matter who you are. They'll just teabag anybody. So it's like, does that even have the same kind of effect? You know, if you're teabagging everybody, like, it's just kind of like dumb at that point. I used to have a friend that played Battlefront way back in the day. He was like really chill and everything, but he would teabag everyone. Didn't matter if you're a newbie, didn't matter if you were his friend, didn't matter if you were a nobody, didn't matter if you were Max. He would just, after you killed you, he would teabag you. And I realized, and he didn't really think of much. It was just a force of habit. And you're like, you kind of just realize, like, you know, he's just weird like that.
You should have never turned your back.
Because he would teabag me, and like if you got mad at it, he'd just be like, what? You could teabag me too? Just do it. Just do it back. And it was funny, because it's like, it kind of put me in a perspective of like, you know what? Is it really like... The very first time people teabagged me, I thought they were saying hello. Like, I was so new to the game. I was like, oh, they're saying hi. Like, they recognize me or something. No, they were being mean. What's up, baby? And maybe it all comes down to like just the security of it all, you know? Like, I know I'm not a bad player. I'm not the best player by no means. But I can hold my own, you know? And so sometimes you'll just have a bad play and you look like an idiot. Okay, whatever, you know? Like, but a lot of people can't do that. They really feel threatened when they're not the top dog every single time. Oh, I was wondering what happened to EV because we're waiting for you to join up, and so I had to get a spot to somebody else.
I'm the one you're after.
All I'm saying is don't let it get you down. What I would like to do is emote, but people get offended by that too, you know? Like, if I kill this person that emoted, he would be so angry, you know? I'm like, no, emote's part of the game. Emoting is the game. Like, when you kill me, emote, because that's kind of what it was for, right? Oh, okay. Oh, because you weren't home. Okay. Hey, what's up, Isaac?
Call this a diplomatic solution?
I feel
the
good in you. But I also understand that not everybody's going to have my perspective. Actually, not a lot of people are going to have my perspective.
I sense the darkness.
It's actually very rare. But it's also very liberating. And that's why I can play this game for hours if I wanted to, and not really. Like I could stay in the lobby, even if they're really toxic. I'm just like, it doesn't really bother me. I'm like. But I also turn off my messages. It makes it easier. So there's a little bit of both. It's like it's saying hello. Yeah, just message them. Hey, I was just saying hey, man. Sorry, I thought that meant hey. See what they say. You should teabag them and then send them a message. Hey, bro, how's it going? And be like, yo, you bagged me. No, I was just saying hey, man. I was saying hi. That's how I say hi. They wouldn't buy it though. Like these are all grays, but they're all like mid grade. Oh, he fell. Man, he's juking me. Moral of the story, be willing to look like an idiot in front of everybody, and nothing will bother you. Be willing to be cringy, and it ain't gonna matter. And in ways, it's kind of entertainment. But a lot of people got too much pride. They can't look bad. Like, I made a fool of myself on the stream a couple of times already. At least I think I have. I mean, you guys are the ones that can recall.
Solo hyper slays the competition.
Step aside. I can't let you win here.
Your power,
He's a slippery one, that Palps. No! You killed him! You killed Han.
Battle's under control.
He's gonna do it. Slippery Palps. Bro's dousing butter. There he goes.
Skywalking over the competition.
Nice.
Solo shoots last. A stunning display of marksmanship that will claim more victims every time he describes it.
GG's, Isaac. So here's a question. Should I start emoting on dead people's bodies? Because like I was saying, I don't think that's being toxic. I just want to emote because I think it looks theatrical. You know? But I obviously don't mind them emoting on me. I actually think that'd be an invitation to emote back. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. Blue, you need to step it up. I'm just joking. Yeah, you're good. Maybe I should start emoting. See, that's still too much, Blue. I don't know how you get these kind of threats. It's like they're magnetized towards just giving you death threats. Like, I never got any kind of threats like that ever. Even when I had messages going on. And honestly, I think it would be just stupid of them to just say something like that, you know? But I mean, they're low levels, so not as, I don't know. I'm just back and forth about the emoting because I really like the emoting aspect of it. Either way. Like, I'll emote all over the place before I do the kills.
Our next contest alive are the maintenance droids cleaning it all up. Cue the very sad music. And the slaughter is underway as evil attacks.
Ooh, you guys are lucky.
Your anger. My anger guides me.
Like, I don't understand why they would call SWAT. Like, what is a SWAT gonna do? Like, did you do something illegal, Blue? Like, were you making a bomb or something? Like, what are you doing?
A historic game by the masters of
That doesn't make a lot of sense that they would do that. That'd be really stupid on their part. And SWAT ain't gonna show up unless it's something credible. They ain't gonna just take some old guy on the internet, some guy on the internet be like, yo, this guy's mean. This guy was mean to me. He teabagged me.
Glad you're here.
I don't know. Ugh!
Heroes could be so ruthless.
Hey, there's a Anakin there. There you go. You get a lot of angry people about the emoting? Yeah, like I said, I don't care either way. They can get mad all they want. What are they gonna do? Look up my IP? That would be crazy. Ugh. But I'm not toxic in general. I'm not gonna be that way. Oh, I missed it. I missed it. Oh no, I missed it again.
Domination by the light side.
He didn't get it. Oh.
Last chance.
Ow.
Good. Gruesomely triumphs over evil.
Still up here. Whoa, there's some lag there.
Ready. Deploy.
Try to cut him off.
Just do it.
You've gone half as many deaths as you need to.
Nice freeze.
Rise to attack. I sense your terror.
A commanding lead for goodness and life.
Irritant. Test me, Grandmaster.
Villainy steals the lead.
Oh, you're about to die. Yeah. I got you, bro. I got you.
How many arms does Grievous need?
Oh. Didn't see you there. Oh, I survived. Don't shoot me! Please don't shoot me. He thought about it. I will throw you though. Oh, he landed it, didn't he? Oh, you almost got me to ledge.
Tatooine's favorite son saves the day. The Force will be with Luke Skywalker. Always.
Very nice. Very nice. GG's, Isaac. Yeah, they're Smurfs. Smurfs blue, you can't never tell nowadays. I think it was a mixture of loaves and Smurfs on that last one. Wonderful shot. I haven't been Ray, and it's Felucia. That'd be good. Felucia on Ray is actually good. If you put her insight, her far sight, 48% increase, so to get more of the map. Actually does help out your team a lot, even though it doesn't help you personally a lot. It helps out the team. And then focus sight, 7 seconds longer. That is an underrated card because focus sight also halves, like when you go on your focus sight, it also halves your stamina cost for 7 seconds longer. So it's like really OP. And then deep mine, of course, 30% longer. It's just more annoying. The only other one I would recommend would be the one with the third dash. There's a few other cards that are nice with Ray, but that's what I run because it's more like team-oriented Ray. Flan Solo.
Slaves of the galaxy. I mean, people
Blue.
of the galaxy. It is time to witness the fight of the centuries.
Enough!
Eternal conflict, the battle of battles.
Turn your messages off.
You think you're Vader's legacy? You're just a shadow.
Poparun, yeah, the all sabers. Yeah, I saw that too.
A heroic first impression.
We all move together.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Vad. Just make a channel on the Discord just for Blue to post all the hate mail he gets. All of it. Every stream we get like 5 or 6 of them.
You're not welcome here.
Whoa, we both missed. You want to just do it? Hey, I emoted you.
You're afraid.
Be grateful for your mercy. You cannot harm.
Who brought this? Ain't no brought the droid. That's cheating. Thank you, thank you. I will get out of here.
You're afraid.
Your destiny.
Dude, this Vader's chill. He let me get rid of that droid. I like you, Vader. I like you a lot.
Don't you dare.
Cannot flee.
Ooh.
Now it ends.
Oh!
Cannot hide.
Oh man.
Enough. Focus all your efforts against Master Yoda. Valiant effort.
No, he got me on the toe. Oh, he threw it. He threw it. Hey, what's up, good? What's up, Shock? What's up, good everyone? What's up, Shock? How do people start stuff when they? Wait, what? This is like my question. How do people start stuff, but when I return the favor by bagging them, they go crazy? That's because that's what they do. You can't return the favor because then they'll go crazy. Just don't return the favor. Just block them, bro. That was intense. Yeah, dude, that I wasn't expecting to throw. Hey. Hey, come up here. Come up here, Kylo. I want to fight you up here. Level ground. Oh, you got intercepted. Vader, come back here. Somebody's over here.
Did you expect me to come?
Ah,
Villainy steals the
that was a
lead.
lot of craziness.
The pacifists are crushing the competition.
Come out!
Who's
Looking
this?
For me?
Ignorance of the Force.
Historic game by the masters of cruelty.
Oh, it's throwing him all over the place. Oh, I blocked that.
Winning
It still froze me, like after the fact. That's crazy.
We'll outmaneuver them.
Whoa. Oh, that freeze. It's not bad. Honestly, I wish Blue you just turn off your messages. That's what I wish.
down and dirty tactics pay off for the dark side.
Cause I really
All
don't
about water.
care for the messages. All I'm here is for the gameplay.
I can see worse fates.
But yeah, you should ask that. I'll let you do that. Ooh, you're so close. I bet you some of it's pretty crazy though.
Body count Dooku is on
The point where I'd be like, maybe you shouldn't put that one up. You know?
You don't frighten me.
Nobody invited you, Kylo. What's up, B-Born? How's it going, man? Are we losing? Yeah, we are losing, dude. I just looked at the score. I'm over here. Yo, I'm sorry, guys. I know you guys like do a lot of work, and I'm over here messing around. Like, I deserve it. 3v1. Come on. Oh. I deserve it. I deserve it. Exactly.
Kill spree halfway completed.
Only if they can pull it, though. No, I guess they could. Kylo. Oh, he dead.
That's a Sith Lord. It has to be.
That's Dooku. I mean, he is a Sith, but like, kind of like a chill Sith. You ever notice that? Dooku don't got the red eyes. You're just now getting to Battlefront 2? Like, have you played it before? Ever? That's my question. Like, is this like your legitimate first time to play it? Because that is awesome. Because this is what I'm trying to do, B-Barn, is I'm trying to like take it easy with the newbies. Give them a chance, because this game is super lopsided with the skill level. It's like you're either really good or you're gonna struggle. And there's a big learning curve, so I don't like. I'll do 1v1s. I'll kind of like, you know, kind of back off a little bit, you know, so y'all get the feel of it. Hence why I'm called the underdog. I'm here for the underdog. I'm not technically the underdog anymore because I played this game too long and I might be a little too good, but I'm not the best. Look at the Vader. I'm over here looking at the Vader in the corner. Did you see the Vader in the corner? He's just chill. He's chill. I like that Vader. You never have? Dude. Don't get discouraged. There's a lot of toxicity. You get teabagged a lot. I would just block the messages. And I would just learn how the mechanics of the saber. So there's this thing called 1v1s that's kind of like an unsaid rule. Respect the 1v1 so you can like duel. Usually in HvV that's not going to be the case. Showdown, you'll get it more. But there's this thing called a parry. See, I'm parrying this guy. You see how he's taking damage? But I didn't take any damage because I had my block. And as I'm holding my block, I swing while holding my block. Right after he swings. So you got to anticipate his swing. And then there's a lot of other stuff you can do. Like hook. So I'm parrying him there. He's backing off. You can use your abilities. You see I knocked him down with my ability there. Parrying him. Oh, I got frozen. The best game mode. Okay, I'm biased. I like HvV, but it's not a beginner game mode. It is tough to get into. I would start with Supremacy. Supremacy is a good game mode to start to get used to like everything. And then I would go from there. I would also play co-op just to kind of get used to the mechanics a little bit. But Supremacy is a good online multiplayer. Any of the Supremacy. If you want to play Heroes right off the bat, Heroes versus Villains is the way to go. But it is this. It is super intense. Can be very toxic. And you may not win a lot.
I can't let you pass.
Let him 1v1 me. Oh, see? I was going to let this Vader 1v1 me. But my teammates are like shooting him. But yeah, so I would learn how to parry. That's the first thing I would learn. Of course, learn the basics. Learn how to block. Watch your stamina. Watch your health. What's up, Primic? It's blocks. He said, "Oh," I was like, "Who's Blow?" It's yeah, okay, I remember. Yo, what's going on, blocks? I'm sorry, dude. When he said that, I was like, what? What's the Discord under? You can look in the description. There's a link under the description on the YouTube chat. You went to a Chinese restaurant? How was it, man? I know, right? Block's got a lot of alt accounts. Vad does too. Vad has like three different accounts that he uses. You gotta go, man. All right, Isaac. Thanks for playing with us, man. It's a lot of fun. Might be Dooku is right. So B-Barn, if you're still here, a good YouTuber to look up to help you like learn the game, help me learn the game back in the day, is called The Star Bazaar. He's really awesome. He will teach you all the secrets, all the do's and don'ts, how to set up everything. Like, yo, there's so much content he has, and it's still really relevant. I think he's uploading again. So I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, for sure, man.
Please join me in welcoming today's contestant.
So yeah, look up the Star Bazaar. He will show you like how to do a lot of stuff in the game. Way more than I can teach you.
Death comes to the defenders of the light.
But yeah, I play heroes versus villains like 99.9% of the time, so this is what this mode is. Just heroes and villains. No troopers, no other stuff. So you get to play Sabers. You have shooters like Boba and Leia and Han. Oh, I didn't have anything to block that. Oh, he got that.
I've seen tons.
Oh, he was, yeah, he was low health. The Chinese restaurant, Black? Yes, yes, you said that. Actually, how was it? Was it good? Tasty. Good. You know, it's really tough to mess up a Chinese restaurant, but
Worse than disintegration for the heroes.
yes. I'm glad. Wow.
So,
Oh, Obi-Wan came in there. Doing all right. Blue's going off like he said he would. I mean, it's just a bunch of grays, but sure.
You obviously never fought a Jedi, have you?
Oh. Chill, right? Oh my gosh.
All who oppose me should despair.
I'm gonna let them 1v1.
Your master really should have taught you not to be so impulsive.
Enemy numbers still need to be reduced by half.
Do you know what I appreciate about you, Grievous?
Hey! I was watching them fight. Is this called Sichuan boiled fish? Whoa, now that's like real Chinese food, apparently. Had Chinese last night, ironically. Fries, rice, and gravy? Okay, Blue, I don't know if that was Chinese food. Fries? Fries? Or is it fried rice and gravy? Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, the boiled fish, that sounds like, when I think of boiled fish, like I'm thinking like a fish that you can still see the eyes and stuff. It's like a full on fish. That sounds real authentic. Maybe I'm wrong, but 28-12, Blue. Chill. Yes, yeah, no, that's not Chinese food, Blue. Fries? Fries is not a Chinese food thing. Fries? Like French fries? Was it a buffet? If it was a buffet, that makes more sense.
A fed worse than disintegration for the heroes.
How does it feel to know your training led me
But
to
still.
the wisdom of the Sith?
Because I've been to Chinese restaurants where they have like pizza on one of the buffets. I think it's more for the kids, you know. Kids are pretty picky and they're like, I want pizza. So little about everything for the family. Alright. Oh, clever. They made me turn around and he shot me in the back. He's a level 2. Oh snap, his bomb's right there. I don't even know if he knows how to use it. Was takeout? Well, that's wrong, Blue. That's just straight up. That is straight up incorrect. Fries is not Chinese food. Oh, sorry. That was an automatic reaction. I'm sorry, Ray. I was gonna let you go. It was one of those things where I just like saw him and I immediately like, hey, what's up, Vad? How are you? See, there's Vad. One of his many personas. We were just talking about you, how like you had like alt accounts, kind of like Blocks. Blocks has like 5 alt accounts. Ray, come on. How? I'm sure that... No, that Flan Solo's been here since the beginning. How is he like the lowest? Or maybe he's been doing... Learn to respect the 1v1s, Ray! Yeah, that Flan and this Vader have been going at it. Oh.
Don't get up on my account.
He got him in the choke. We were talking about you, how you have different accounts. You're Vad. See, tonight you're Vad. How do you say it? Vedanta Tor? There's another one where you're just Vad. And then here's Primac that's Blocks, Vad. That's Blocks. That's what we're talking about. Who has more alt accounts, you or Blocks?
Darth Vader, proving once again, no one ends an argument like a Dark Lord of the Sith.
Which bad? Bro, the autocritic. What's sus? Tell me, Bad. Be Pacific. What's skill issue? Elaborate. We were talking about. Are we not allowed to talk about you when you're not here? I would think that'd be awesome. I hope you guys talk about me when I'm not around. Same, Blue. I'm single. And I'm not ready to mingle. As a matter of fact, I'm against mingling. It's disgusting. Under, would you rank Finn and BF2 tier? S tier or A tier? I would rank him like D tier, bro. He definitely ain't S tier. That's for sure. Like, what was said? Vad, we were just saying how you had alternate accounts. You have like several different YouTube accounts, and sometimes you show up as Vedanta Tour, sometimes you show up as just Vad. I think you have like another one, like Blocks. He's Premic, and I know there was another one like for Blocks. He's been several different ones. That's all we were talking about, Vad. That's all. I know you're not Blocks. Premic, the guy. His block, he's Blocks. Yes. If I were to have a partner, she's got to like Star Wars, like aviation, she's got to like music, and she's got to like bugs. I like bugs. That's another thing y'all don't know about me. I like a lot of bugs. I'm a big bug expert. Maybe not an expert. No, I'm not an expert, but it all started off as a phobia. You know how you're afraid of like roaches and stuff? I want to get over my phobias. Dude, it gave me Finn. Wow. I can't be Finn. I gotta be a Saber. So now I'm not afraid of bugs or spiders. Now I know, bro. Now I know there are some bugs and spiders that are venomous you stay away from. Don't be dumb. But the majority of them are just chill. They just want to be left alone.
Lead taken by scary-looking enemies.
There's other things I like too. What else do I like? Cars. Y'all knew that. I like Star Trek. Did y'all know that? I have a lot of interests. So yeah, they gotta like all that in order to be with me. I'm not into reality TV or really shows that matter. Like I'm not into drama shows or anything like that. I mean, I will watch them occasionally, but that's not like what I look forward to. I love being on YouTube. YouTube is like my life. Learning stuff. I love science. I love astronomy. I'm a little bit obsessed with the number pi. What about Star Trek? Screw that. I like what I like. If you ain't for that, then you ain't a true geek. True geeks love both Star Wars and Star Trek. They would know both.
Let's go.
Ain't no gatekeeping around here. I like what I like. Also like geography. Oh, I was out of stamina. What was I doing? I was just standing there? Bro almost took me out. No, don't.
You're hesitating.
Ooh, he flew that way. Where'd he go? Come on, come on. You know I'm trying to shoot you back.
The heroes can't stop the mole streak.
Oh, I got him. Oh, I'm dead.
Going in. Follow me.
Dude, I've been getting into, okay, I don't know about you guys, but on YouTube, I've been getting into the storm chasing stuff. You know how they follow like tornadoes and stuff? Dude, that's insane. Like, I kind of want to be a storm chaser now. I mean, I don't think I will be, but it looks so cool just to get in your car and like, these guys are legit storm chasers, but I mean, they just drive regular cars and chasing after a big tornado. It's kind of crazy. Like, I like a lot of different interests, like, and I go back and forth.
Anakin is still a part of you.
I mean, a couple of months ago, I was into classical music. You know, like, I was getting, like, of course, Beethoven, Mozart, and Bach. But then, like, Rachmaninoff and Debussy? That's some beautiful music. I think a few years ago, I was into EDM. Like, I try to, like, expand my horizons. But then I have my core, which is Star Wars is one of my core, because like I've loved Star Wars since I was like in the 4th grade. Ever since I discovered it. Cars, the same thing. Cars since I was like a 3-year-old.
All your senses.
Space since I was like a 3rd grader.
Might be more ahead.
See, I'm kind of a geek, nerd. I don't know what the right definition is. Is a geek or a nerd or a dork? But I'm one of those.
A victim for Lando Calrissian. Required enemies heartlessly killed. 50%.
And I bet you, so like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I would have never admit that. I'd be so ashamed. I don't care.
On Trent, the bounty hunter. I wouldn't if I were you. You know me.
That Jedi is skywalking over the competition. Domination by the light side.
Tell your superiors, I'm coming for them. Whatever I have to do.
No mistake. Minded will all. The Sith are all powerful.
Sorry, bro. Sorry. Couldn't handle the loot.
Take them out and keep moving. Don't tense up. Let your actions flow.
Oh,
Tatooine's favorite
almost
son
juked
saves
me.
the day. The Force will be with Luke Skywalker. Always.
Were they? I felt like they lost their steam there at the end, though. I mean, yeah, they were ahead a little bit, but I wasn't too worried about it. You're just trying to make excuses because you almost broke your limit. Blue. No, but GG's Blue. I mean, they do gotta learn, though. Like that 34 and that 32 on the other side, they're getting better. I wouldn't expect that from a level 2. And there's always this, you know, possibility that they're Smurfs. So, and we did have low levels on our side too. It was me and you, and then 2 low levels, I think. So yeah, we had to do more work. Ooh, I want to be Vader. I haven't been Vader, have I? Snakes? Ooh, yeah, snakes are cool too. Haven't gotten into snakes yet because I have never owned one. But I had a friend. Oh, my brother had a friend that had a snake. It was pretty cool. It was neat. Yeah, spiders are chill, especially if they're like don't bother, like, you know, not the wandering kind of spiders. I don't care. But, you know, I'm more cautious against, like, you know, black widows and stuff. Like, yeah, I've seen those, but just don't mess with them, you know. But like those common house spiders, nah, they're alright.
Hero falls as the villains begin their attack.
Why y'all bringing a gun to a sword fight, you guys?
Not always as it seems. Dark side.
Oh.
Your Highness. Do not oppose me.
Oh, she stopped right before she killed herself, but then she got killed anyway. Oh, that's a bell.
I have awaited this day.
Where's he going?
I'm dead. Odds are he'll find me.
Trandoshan thunder from boss.
Oh!
Your weapons betray you. No escape. Price of insurgence.
All hail the Dark Lord of kill streaks.
Cannot hide.
patience only goes so far.
Increase fatality production by 50% to achieve victory.
Is this PC? Oh, sorry, Chen. Is this PC? This is PlayStation. Sorry, I'm over here. I was just acting a fool.
What's the big rush?
How many arms does Grievous need?
Oh, that was a nice throw, Han. Oh, this is Leia. Is he gonna turn around? Is that Finn?
Time to say goodbye.
You have them.
Your limbs obey my commands.
Oh.
Ready to go around.
Oh, he hit me.
Think not. Do not waste my time. Witness power. Stop this.
Leave your masters. Train under me.
Better start running.
Your hope has blinded.
Well placed grenades, Leia. Oh! There's a Lando!
Defy me.
Lizard joke to be heard as boss silences the competition.
Very nice, very nice. I'm waiting for another stacked team to play against, but the whole night's just been kind of chill. I'm not gonna lie. It's been that way for the last week. I want a challenge. Go for it, man. Yeah, just send him an invite if he wants to join the squad. Okay, we'll back out. Let's back out for him. Ugh, Felicia again? Oh, that's nice. Let's go Obi-Wan. Transformers or Terminator? Cool. Yeah, I'm not as big on Transformers or Terminator. Actually, not very big at all on Terminator because I don't really know a lot about that lore. Transformers is just from the movies that I know. When I was a little kid, I remember Transformers as a kid, but it was a little bit different back then. I guess it didn't catch on to me.
The powers of good, waste no time, and score first.
See how they like a little flash? You said not to wander off.
Why do I even try? Blasters. Well, no accounting. Do you know what I appreciate about you, Grievous? Your cheery disposition. Do you know what I appreciate?
Oh.
Don't forget, the Council is depending on us. You know, for someone who bragged...
Take in. Hot Tua.
Lovely. More smiling faces. Your master really should have taught you not to be so impulsive. Remember, you were warned.
Transform was what got me into cars. Bumblebee was the main. Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. Bumblebee is my favorite Transformer, by the way. Optimus Prime, yeah. Oh, missed it.
This isn't so bad.
Where is it going?
Executions must double if you want to emerge victorious.
The dark side consumes the galaxy.
A bit ambitious, aren't you? You know what I
All part of the plan. Fallout. Take a shot.
That wasn't me being toxic. I was just not moving. But he's probably like, he's toxic. He's just stirred up my body. Oh.
Dealing with mercenaries always makes me feel a bit disturbed.
The force is strong, but you are not.
A big string of takedowns.
I was just sitting there watching it.
Don't fight it.
It's just 3 of them.
Scream if you wish. Hey, leave some for the rest of us.
That's right, no need to showboat.
Oh, right, dude.
I understand you've had some troubles recently. Like bathing in a lake of venom mites.
No! Yeah, you got me. Level 7. Doesn't feel like a level 7.
There's never time to live up. Do you know what I appreciate about you, Grievous? Your cheery disposition.
Last chance. Bow to me.
Over here, I am.
You will not die well.
I'm glad to see you're enjoying yourself.
Destiny proves no match for the villains daring to challenge the legendary Anakin Skywalker.
Very nice. Very nice. It has been, what, a couple of weeks, at least this week, of just playing against the Greys. Nothing but Greys. Mostly Greys. I wish there were golds. I think I've ran through all my sabers. Neptune? Neptune is a nice planet.
Introduction. The galaxy's greatest heroes, its deadliest villains.
It's
all
moon.
competing
It's
in
moon
an epic
Triton.
battle for the ages.
It's got a lot of moons actually, but this biggest moon Triton, pretty cool, underrated.
Immediate death for the light side.
Neptune has the fastest winds of any other planet in the solar system. I think it's approaching like 1,000-mile winds. Like it's really fast. Super chaotic. Its density compresses carbon to the point that it becomes diamonds. So it is theorized that in the atmosphere of Neptune, that it actually rains diamonds, ice, and ammonia. Oh, these guys are not chill. And it being the 8th planet, furthest planet from our solar system, barring Pluto, 'cause, you know, people say Pluto is a planet. And I hear their sentiments, you know, because it was a planet when I was a kid. But by definition, it can't be because Pluto is not even the biggest planet in its orbit. If it was a planet, it's a dwarf planet. You need someone? I'm here, Isaac. Keep you company. Boredom. We're talking about planets. Neptune. Isaac. You have a favorite planet, Isaac? Wow. Well, like I said, by definition, it's not by planet. It's a dwarf planet because Pluto in order for a planet to be a planet, it's got to be spherical, which Pluto is, but it also has to be pretty much the only and the biggest thing in its orbital plane, and it's not. It's far from it. There's thousands of other Pluto-like objects, which we call the Kuiper Belt, and it's not even the biggest dwarf planet in the Kuiper Belt. There's another one that's actually technically bigger in the Kuiper Belt, so why can't we call that one a planet? And it crosses inside of Neptune's orbit sometimes too. It's up to you, man. If you want to join, you can join us. I think we have another spot open.
Down and dirty tactics pay off for the dark side.
This whole thing about needing. I mean, don't necessarily call it a need, but a want is different. I would like to join,
No heroes could be so
but I can fend it myself.
The raging Ren is on a Kylo spree.
Earth, because that's where you live. Good choice. Earth is a good planet. Very unique. You know, when it came to my favorite planet, I think it was Neptune as well. But it changes. Like, it's hard for me to have a favorite planet. Just like, then I'll be like, ooh, Mars is kind of cool. And of course, Jupiter. And Saturn is the most beautiful planet.
Enemy numbers still need to be reduced by half.
Uranus, I don't know about it. They all have their, you know, charms. Uranus is the only planet that's tilted on its side when it orbits. It's kind of cool looking. And it is an ice giant. We have two ice giants, and we got Jupiter, which is a gas giant. Saturn is another gas giant. So two gas giants, two ice giants. And then we got our rocky planets. Mars, Earth, Venus. You know what's kind of crazy? Mercury is pretty tiny, but it's considered a planet because it's the only one in its orbital plane. You're on? I don't see you. I don't see you, Isaac. You're not here. Blue invited you? Alright. I do like Jupiter because it's like the most like... Well, Saturn, I would say it's like the most busy of planets because it's got a ton of moons, Jupiter does, but Saturn technically has more moons. But Jupiter has 4 major moons, which kind of give it a nice, you know, looks good. Io, Ganymede, Callisto, and Europa, 4 big moons. And then like 68 more moons that they've counted. And most certainly more moons that we haven't even seen yet. Because they consider everything a moon that's like, even like a small looking rock to be a moon. Saturn has more moons that they've counted. but it has one major moon, Titan, which is a cool looking moon. It's a very thick atmosphere Titan has, much thicker than Earth, but it's mostly ammonia, so it's not really good to breathe. We've sent missions to Jupiter. I think a couple of them, Juno, and I think there was another one. We've sent a mission to Saturn, Cassini. We sent a mission to Pluto, actually a flyby called Horizons. Took 9 years to get there, but it was flying really fast, and by the time it got to Pluto, it just was able to take a few pictures as it flew by. Then there was the Voyager missions in the 1970s, Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, which are the longest running missions as we speak. Here, any year now, any month now, I think they might shut down because they only have so much power left. So they've been shutting down systems on those Voyager missions systematically. But we're still receiving signals, I think, from Voyager 2, I think. And it's like way out there. It's like way outside the solar system now. And it takes like a little over a day to receive a signal from Voyager. We've also sent a lot of missions to Mars. We got a lot of things orbiting Mars. We got rovers on Mars. We've sent missions to Venus. We've sent missions to Mercury. We've sent a mission to the Sun. Parker Space Probe, actually orbiting around the Sun. Man, there's a lot of stuff that we've done. But the only missions that visited Neptune and Uranus was the Voyager mission. Voyager 2 was the only one that got close to those planets. No other missions went to those gas ice giants. And that was back in the 1980s. I think it was like 88, 89. And that was because the Voyager missions were launched in 77. So it took them that long to get just to Neptune and all that. And the Voyager missions did go by Jupiter and Saturn. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff we did in space. Oh, I can't be Lando. Yeah, astronomy is like a huge passion of mine. But my favorite missions were the Voyager missions. Voyager 2 specifically because it did visit the most planets out of all the mission probes. It visited... dang it, I did it again. I visited Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Let me see here. I guess I'll be Gray. And Voyager 1 only visited Jupiter and Saturn.
Villainy carves a path toward victory.
You thought I'd be prey.
You like we must
Oh. Ah! I was trying to get him. I would put Mars top second favorite. There's just something fascinating about its structure plus its whole planet. Not a gas. Yeah. Yeah, you can land on Mars, unlike Jupiter or Saturn, or even Neptune. You would get crushed by the atmosphere before you get to anything solid in those planets. And it's still theorized. We're not really sure what is really down there. Could be like a liquid core. Probably nothing super solid. Mars definitely. Mars is a lot like Earth.
World domination continues.
So is Venus, but Venus is incredibly hot though, and uninhabitable by any means. We sent missions, or Russia did, sent missions to Venus. They only lasted like 40 minutes before everything melted and stuff.
The dark side continues to eclipse the light.
Yeah, there is. There has been. There's definitely evidence that there was water on Mars. And I think they're saying that there could be water under the surface of Mars that's trapped in the crust and stuff. So yeah, they're trying to figure that out right now, which is kind of cool. But yeah, water is actually more ubiquitous in space than we previously thought. Like, we were always thinking water was like a rare commodity. No, it's like everywhere. I mean, comets that fly around are like mostly water. It's like ice. They say that a lot of the water that's on Earth actually came from the outer solar system back in the day, back when everything was being formed. Because there was a bombardment of comets and asteroids when, of course, the Earth was really young, and all that deposited a lot of water, which made our oceans. Because water, the element of H2O, is usually not found this close to the sun, because it would have evaporated unless it's protected by an atmosphere like it is with Earth. So yeah, I think the bombardment of comets deposited a lot of the water on Earth. Same thing with Mars. Mars probably got a lot of it too, but since its magnetic core died, it didn't have like a magnetic field to protect it from solar radiation and solar winds. So a lot of those elements evaporated, including water. That's why it has such a thin atmosphere and stuff, and it's not really like doing much. And the magnetic field is done by a hot molten core, which the Earth still has, but with Mars, it's completely dead. It's no magnetic field. And we owe our moon to the magnetic molten core of the planet Earth, because back when Earth was a young planet, it didn't have the moon. There was probably a planet that was forming, and it actually collided with Earth.
Villainy carves a path to
A lot smaller. It was about a little bit smaller than Mars, maybe. And the remnants of that planet, the gravitational pull actually made the moon, which orbits today. But it heated up the planet so much that it made the molten core, which gave us our magnetic field. Because it was pretty drastic. It was pretty crazy. You've seen models of it, like online. You can see how they would model it, how it looked. It looks crazy. How like the Earth just like gets hit by a massive planet, and then that planet eventually makes the moon. It's really cool. Yeah, so a lot of things happen for everything to be the way it is.
For the good guys.
And then there's a lot of models of how the solar system was formed, because it was an Oort cloud that started the solar system. The Oort cloud has started to condense into what we'd call a star, which is our sun. And it started spinning, made this disk. Those disks turned all that dust, made more planets like Jupiter and Saturn. It made rocky planets on the inner side like Earth, Mars, and Venus. Probably a few other planets that got decimated by either Jupiter or something. And what usually happens with these solar systems, because I've seen this out in space, is that the Jupiters of those solar systems will start to gravitate towards the sun and eat up all the smaller planets. But a second gas giant called Saturn formed a little bit further out and actually pulled Jupiter back out. That's why Jupiter is in its orbits today. But if Saturn wasn't there, there wouldn't be no Earth because Jupiter would have eaten up Earth. And this is what we call the Grand Tack model. So like a lot of these planets had a role in what kind of gave us what we have today. By God? Sure, man. I wouldn't see why God wouldn't use that way of doing it. But it's just a lot of evidence showing that. That's kind of how it came to be.
I feel his rage.
Your domination is not as complete as you think. Still halfway to go.
And of course, we may not get it completely right. There might be something we're missing, but that's kind of the fun of it. We're learning.
Get to safety.
But it's kind of cool though, like how everything came into place just right for the Earth to exist the way it does. Like any of these things didn't happen, we may not be here. Like if the moon didn't form, we may not have been here because there might have not been tides that would have churned the atmosphere in order to make life. If Saturn didn't come to be, Jupiter would have eaten up all the inner planets, including Earth. And that also includes Neptune and Uranus, because they had a role in keeping everything kind of balanced in the solar system. I mean, if that bombardment was as massive as it was early in the solar system, we wouldn't have enough water. You know?
No heroes could be so ruthless.
So, I mean, you can call it fine-tuned if you want. And I'm okay with that. Maybe God did it. Maybe God made it just right. Everything worked out. I have no quarrel with that.
That armor, that mask. I've seen the things you do. Stop me! That armor, that mask.
Oh. Oh. Do you think there's actual water on Mars? I think there is some under the surface. Maybe some pockets of water under the surface of Mars. You know, it wouldn't on the surface because it would radiate away, obviously, because there's not enough atmosphere or magnetic field to protect it. But under the surface of Mars, yeah. GG's. GG's, Isaac. And there may not be a lot of water, but it's enough, I think. Like there's water on the moon, like, but it's like hidden in craters where the sun doesn't hit those craters. So it's like been frozen for like millions of, not billions of years. That's kind of crazy. Like just on our moon, the craters, some of the craters are positioned just in a way that it's in perpetual darkness. It's never hit by the sun. It gets close. You might see light on the top of the ridge of the crater, but on the bottom it's just dark. And they say that down there is where the water is, frozen, because craters are usually impacted by asteroids and comets have water, so it's going to deposit water. Oh, for real, Blue? Yeah. I wasn't even paying attention really about the game when we were talking about space. I loved the space shows when I was growing up. I think it was the best time of aerospace engineering and stuff. Because the space shuttle was made for it to be reusable. Because before then we had rockets, but then the rockets were like a one-time use. Very expensive. The space shuttle made it to where you can reuse it. Of course, it take a while. Once it comes back down to Earth, they had to like re-prep it and do all this stuff. But it was cheaper that way. Now, because we've done a lot of our stuff that don't require the shuttles, they've retired them. Now we just have like Saturn V rockets and I forget what the other ones are, and then SpaceX. Because it's actually cheaper to send things up with those rockets than it was to reconfigure the space shuttle to be ready for launch again. So I get why they retired them, but I kind of wish they kept them going.
Evil slithered past our heroes.
But yeah, I love the space shuttles. I thought they were the coolest thing ever. And the space station, the ISS, like, I think that's so cool. They're actually talking about decommissioning the ISS, where it's not going to be usable anymore. Because all the experiments that they wanted to do, they've kind of done. Now it's just costing us money to keep it going. But it's just, you know, it's cool to have stuff like that happen. I think where a lot of like advancements can happen is just sending more probes and sending more rovers to other planets and stuff, because they can get there quicker. You don't have to worry about, you know, protecting humans and keeping them alive, or how you're gonna get them home. But like Mars is a big contention. Like a lot of people say, hey, we should send people to Mars. I think we should do it. I think it'd be a nice next feat of humanity, like we sent people to the moon. I think we should send people to Mars, even though it's going to be very costly and very, very risky. If we're able to do that, that is just ingenuity of humanity, like at its finest. Because we're already sending probes. We can always send more probes, but that's already been done. So yeah, I'm for keeping the space program open to, you know, where humans can like do low Earth orbit, or even go to Mars, or you can go back to the moon. I mean, I don't know. There's not really a reason why to go back to the moon, other than the fact to just say we've been back to the moon, because we've already got samples from the moon. We have satellites over the moon right now. We got, you know, like, but it's just so that it's kind of like, I think that's when humanity was at its best. It's when we came together, even opposing countries, like we were like a space race. Like it was like a nice competitive thing. Hey, who can get to the moon quicker? You know, back in the 1960s and stuff. It was healthy competition. We need something like that again. So who can get to Mars? Get it done, you know. And it brings the morale up for a lot of people, and it brings the interest back. A lot of people think it's a waste of money, I beg to differ. I think with all the innovation that it takes to do stuff like that, that stuff trickles down to society eventually. I mean, if it wasn't for space engineering and like the military, like we wouldn't have the smartphone. We wouldn't have GPS. You know, we wouldn't have Google Maps. Like that stuff originated with the space program and the military and stuff because they had to be innovative. So just imagine all the other technologies that we'll eventually get if we do stuff like that. We challenge ourselves to go far and beyond. Heck, there's stuff that we take for granted, like when it came to like the space shuttle, they were trying to figure out how to land the space shuttle safely. So with their landing strip, they made these grooves so that the space shuttle can stop safely with more grip. Well, those grooves that they invented for the space shuttle for the landing strip are now being used in public roads to keep cars on the road better. So like small innovations like that, like it's really cool. Like Tang, like the powdered drink. The reason why they did that is because they wanted to find a way to like dehydrate a drink that they can drink up there, which gave us, you know, the stuff that we enjoy today. It may not be just Tank, but like other versions of it, you know. And then like doing experiments on the ISS has shown us a lot about like biology, how certain things act certain way with microgravity.
That's worse than disintegration for the heroes.
Oh. Stuck. And this is a common misconception about how much we spend on space program, especially for NASA. It's like less than 1% of the actual like budget of the U.S. We spend a lot on the military. I mean, we could show out a little bit of that. But when it comes to space, like it's like what, a cent of your dollar, of your taxpayers' dollars. Like it's not like it's taking a lot of our revenue. And that was when it was at its finest, and they still want to cut it. They still want to cut more of it. We could cut way more of the military and save a lot more money. GG's, Isaac. But there's a lot of fear if we don't stay on top of the military and the latest. Like, we'll be surpassed, you know. But I would just go out on a limb and say, you know what, let's get past the war. Let's all just be like, you know what, we don't need that. There's enough resources if we just learn how to delegate and lead. But that's, I don't know. You broke your limit? Dang, Blue. Oh, maybe a couple more games, man. It's Friday. I'm chilling. All I'm saying is, like, we should be a society at this point with what we have in our technology. It should be a no-brainer that we should have solved world hunger. Everybody should have shelter all over the world. Like, we have the resources, just people are greedy. And we shouldn't really have any war anymore because there's just no point. War is more of a pride thing, you know? People won't put down their pride and be like, we deserve this, we deserve that. And I'm like, yo, let's just all get along and live happy and healthy lives. And let's help each other. But now we're not there. Isaac, I'm saddened, but I kind of agree. I just feel like us as humans are just too prideful. We're never going to achieve what could have been, you know? Now, that's a nihilistic aspect of me, but I still am going to try, like, to advocate. Maybe it's a generational thing, you know? Maybe it's not our generation or even the next, but maybe our children's children will realize, you know, it's not worth all this pain and suffering, needless pain and suffering. And we'll actually have a society that's sustainable. Not perfect, but sustainable. Hi, you knew I was streaming at this time? What's up, Kate? Because we can still have our healthy competition in sports and like the Olympics and everything. Because that's what it is. We are human nature. We are going to be competitive, but we can allocate that to a healthy thing.
Let none survive.
But it is definitely a pipe dream. Maybe another reality. You know what I'm saying?
You can't win.
Stop this.
And maybe the fact of the matter is things have to get worse in order for them to get better. Is people have to see for themselves how bad things really get before they realize, all right, enough is enough, and try to make things better. And I feel like a lot of people are like that. I think people want to see the world burn sometimes, just because they're upset. And then they realize, maybe we went too far. And hopefully by that time, at the brink of destruction, things will turn around. And real positive change will actually happen. But that's going to be a generational thing, like I said. It's probably not going to happen in the next couple of years. It's going to be like, 100 years from now, if we're still around. It's going to be your children's children's that might get that. And it all comes down to what you ingrain in them as they're impressionable. If you ingrain hate, that's what you're going to sow is hate. If you ingrain love and acceptance, that's what you're going to sow, love and acceptance. And yeah, you're going to get a few outliers, but they're going to be the minority, and the influence is going to be limited. But right now, it's pretty rampant. Thanks to the advent of the internet and social media, how information moves so fast. People don't know what's up, people don't know what's down. So they can't trust anything. There's a lot of mistrust. A lot of propaganda too, a lot of it. And it's hard to tell the difference. Especially if you haven't really educated the ones to know what the difference is. So yeah, until we get all that fixed, I don't see how it's going to get better. But like with anything new, because the internet's still in its infancy. I mean, it's only been around for what? Like, it's been around for 30 years or so, but really, it's only been commercialized and it's widely used in the last 20 years. And social media has only been around for not even, what, 10 years? So all this stuff is still new, and we're still trying to figure out how it all works and how to regulate it. If we find a way to regulate it where it is beneficial and not just deteriorating everything in sight, maybe. But nobody wants that because that's encroaching on freedoms. We want the internet to be free. And I agree. These things should be free. But that also means that there are going to be evildoers that are going to manipulate it to their advantage at the expense of people. The space shuttles were getting kind of outdated. And then by that means they were a bit more expensive than the more advanced new rockets. Yeah, it wasn't viable anymore. That's why they stopped the program. Because it was actually getting too expensive for NASA to keep them going. They were running out of money. These Isaac.
Today's hero suffer as he delivers a crushing final blow.
But right now, don't know if you can tell, the United States got to figure their stuff out. This red versus blue kind of crap is just played out. I think a lot of people are realizing that now. It's only the extremists. Super tired, Isaac. All right, man. Thanks for playing with us, man. All right, Isaac. Yeah, maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night, man. Commercial airline that flies into space? No. The reason why is because there's no point. Unless it's going to be a gimmick, and it won't be a commercial airliner, it'll be a rocket, because airliner and jet engines need an atmosphere to work. Once the atmosphere gets so thin, they stop working. So, hence that's why like the ceiling is like 60,000 feet for even the most like advanced and fastest jets. And like the Concorde can cruise at 60,000, but it had afterburners to keep it going. When it comes to like airliners, like they're not going to have that capability. So you would actually have to have rockets, self-propulsion in order to go to space, which would be super expensive. So it's not practical to travel. And so the only ones that would ever want to do that are like the really rich that would be able to afford something like that. And it wouldn't be to get to one place to another. It would just be to go to low Earth orbit, look at the Earth from above, and then land. Which they kind of do that now, I think. But no, it's not going to be a thing, because you need air for those airliners to work. impression.
Interstellar layabouts, prepare to witness the battle to end all battles. May the least incompetent win.
Not give in to you, ever!
Whoa! Whoa.
Evil's off to a murderous start. Villainy carves a path toward victory. Domination by the light side.
Why do you think I picked Anakin, Kate? Just for you. Man, I thought they were going to put more of a fight. They jacked me up right at the beginning of the game, but no, they're not really doing a lot.
You are just officers.
You cannot resist.
Coming in tight!
They're trying with the Boom Company, but I think they have some setbacks. Blue. Because they were trying to bring back supersonic flight. It's just so expensive. And it's so niche, like that everything's got to be like just right. And there's not a lot of technology to go off. I mean, we got the Concorde, and I think there was a Russian one as well, but and it's expensive development, so you got to have a lot of money to start it up, and then you gotta find a market, because I wouldn't think it would be just a a simple flight ticket, like a normal airline ticket. It's gonna be expensive. Like the Concorde, those tickets were thousands of dollars each. Like I think it was like upwards of like $9,000 or $10,000 a ticket. So it's only for the really, really rich. So I wouldn't see how it would be any different. Other stipulations with supersonic flight, the Concorde was limited to only go supersonic overseas, because the sonic boom was so powerful. Even at 60,000 feet, it would disrupt neighborhoods if it went over land at supersonic speeds at Mach 2. So it was only allowed to like go Mach 2 over the ocean. So it gives you only limited routes. Otherwise, it would have to go under supersonic speeds when it was over land. Oh my gosh. Dude, I've had... Done with you guys. Brett. But yeah, the Concorde, it was so expensive because the fuel was expensive. So they had to allocate that to people buying the tickets. And there was only so many seats. It wasn't like a big airline. It was really cramped. And so... And the maintenance was expensive too.
A little slow today, General. Need to plug in and recharge.
But I do like the Concorde. The Concorde is so cool, especially flying in a flight sim. Like, it is so much fun to fly. I actually did a few flights between London Heathrow and JFK. You do it in like little under 4 hours. It's really cool. When it would take like what 8 hours or so to fly a regular airliner.
We'll bring peace to the galaxy.
Oh, I thought I was gonna get him. I thought those pictures sent. Yeah, yeah. There's really tiny cabin area in the Concorde. Yeah, I never got to be in one in real life, but yes. The windows were really small too.
We've got superior forces and a Jedi. What have you got? No problem.
Epic string of takedowns.
He had
Yoda
no
has.
chance.
A masterclass in the Force from the legendary Grand Master of the Jedi. Ended the battle, Master Yoda has.
Nice, man. Yeah, you can go play with Stone if you want, man. Or you can invite him here. I'm gonna only play one more game though. So. Oh, Kashyyyk. Ah, I thought I was gonna do a different map. I'll still do one more. Oh, it's still light side. Oh yeah, that's modeled in the aviation one. The DC designs Concorde on Flight Sim. You go to the cabin and you can see the altitude and the Mach number in the front of the cabin. Yeah, I know what you mean. That's really cool. But yeah, I've seen videos of it when it was flying, the real one, like old videos, and they would show that all the time. It was like, yo, we hit just Mach 2 at 60,000 or something like that. I do like Anakin though. Play Anakin one more time. Yeah. No, yeah, Boeing and Airbus, they weren't definitely not in the supersonic realm. And they weren't gonna like tell you. Now you can do like the screens on the back of the seats and stuff. You can actually see your map, and I think it will show you altitude and speed and stuff sometimes. but it depends on the airliner. You can even listen to ATC, like you can listen to the cockpit. On one of them, I was on a flight a long time ago, and I was like, all I did was just listen to the pilots on their channel talk to ATC. Do I prefer Airbus or Boeing? Ooh. I go back and forth. I like Airbus because it's a little bit more up to date as far as like the tech and stuff. A lot more animated stuff. But that's also the reason why I don't like it as much as Boeing, because Boeing is more old school. Like, you gotta like know how the plane goes. You gotta like do all these switches. So it makes you feel like you're doing more. For you, it's Airbus, yeah.
Take no prisoners.
See, like the 737, like I like flying that on the sim because you actually gotta like know how to like start everything. When it comes to like the A320, like yeah, there's switches you gotta do, but it's not anywhere near as like complicated. And I think that's why I like Boeing, because it's actually more complicated to start up. And I actually like the yoke. I like the yoke on the Boeing. The side stick on the Airbus is alright, but I don't know. It feels more like a plane when I have the yoke, you know? But I go back and forth. I like them both. Really, I like them both a lot.
A bit of a situation.
Yeah, the A320 variants. A380? You like the A380 too? Nice. I'm cool with the A380. I just don't have a lot of personal experience with it because I've never been on one, first off. We don't usually get them, like, as far as, like, the States go, like, we get them from overseas, like Emirates or British Airways or, you know, Qantas. But we don't have them in our own airliner, so maybe it's a sense of, like, national pride or something, like, just wasn't really exposed to the A380. I do remember them coming out, though, back in the mid-2000s, and I was like, yo, that is a big plane. And I'm glad they are here.
Very bad feeling about this.
Yeah, I would agree, Blue. I think Airbus is like a little bit safer. It has a lot more redundancies as far as like telling you what's going on with the plane. Boeing, you kind of got to be more vigilant about like if something goes wrong. It will like make a few noises, but you got to like, yo, what's going on? Airbus will literally tell you in the eCam, like, yo, this is broken, do this, which is nice. And there's a lot more automated stuff with Airbus. So it takes down the workload of the pilots, which technically is a good thing. Like, you want your pilots to not be so stressed out. Because the Boeing, like 737, that's from like the 1960s. The A320 came out in 1987 or something like that. So it's a lot newer. You like the way the A380 looks? I'm cool with the way it looks too. I prefer the way the 747 looks because that just seems like the plane that everybody knows. They see that and like, oh yeah, that's a Boeing. It's a 747 because it's, you know, it's got the big hump. But the A380's made itself known too, like even though it hadn't been around as long.
Until flattery commences.
But then they're retiring both of them, which is sad. Like the Airbus actually is going to be retired quicker than the 747. The 747 is still going to be flown because of cargo. Cargo uses it a lot. But not really for passengers. I mean, there's only a few airliners that use 747s for passengers. A380 is strictly passenger aircraft. It's not a cargo plane. They can't convert it either. So you're not going to see any cargo converted A380s. Hence, when they start retiring them, they're going to be actually retired. They're not going to convert them to cargo. Unlike the 747s, which could have been a passenger plane at one point in its life and then converted to cargo.
Jedi
Oh,
is
I've heard about that.
Skywalker
I don't think it was the
over
same documentary, but wasn't it the one that went through a volcano ash and like literally seized up all 4 of its engines, and then it was gliding forever? I think they were able to turn on a couple of engines or whatever and land it. But yeah, that's got to be insane. Then they made it. They made a. The FAA pretty much said, okay, no more flying through volcano ash ever. So now that they actually have like NOTAMs where like if there's been an active volcano and it's like throwing up ash, like planes got to route around it quite a bit. But yeah, I think that's the one you're talking about where it lost all 4 engines because when it went through the ash, all of that was just like pretty much like looked like carbon and sand, and it just like seized up in the engine, turned into glass and everything, which is crazy. Bro just fell off. Yo, this match, did we start this match late? Cause like, what is going on? Oh, they're just throwing. They're just throwing. Why are they throwing? That's crazy. All the way down to 10K and it almost crashed into a mountain. Yeah, that is the one that you're talking about. Yeah, I think that's the only time in history where a plane lost all 4 of its engines. Like, that's like a rare thing to happen. Wow.
You're gonna pay for all the Jedi you killed, Dooku.
You are predictably foolish and...
Fighting for...
Destiny, proof
Wow,
no
maybe
match
they
for
weren't
people
though. Maybe they were
daring
just
to
really
challenge
not
the
a good
legendary
team.
Anakin Skywalker.
Anyway, I'm gonna call it a night there. It is definitely late for me. It's fun talking with you guys. Went from talking about what my personal life with my sister and stuff, and all the crap we got to go through, to planets, to aviation. It was fun. But thanks for tuning in, Blue. Kate, if you're still here. Isaac, I think he went to bed. Oh, we had a couple of new guys. Chin, he asked me a question earlier. Vad, of course. Blocks, which was also Primic. And B-Barn, he was another one that I think is new around. Shock Strikes. Good to see you again, man. And VV. Yes, sir. GG's, Blue. Good night, man. Yeah, I like talking about all that stuff, man. I can talk for hours about all that. So, but hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. I'll probably be on. I might do a little bit earlier stream, you know. So, I will check you guys later.